As good as investing in land banking is as a vehicle for wealth creation, wealth preservation, it is important for you to know that there are things you need to consider before investing in land banking. There are hard truths that maybe nobody tells you about land banking. You have only seen the good side. They've talked about the good side. You also need to know that there are factors you need to consider. Do I really want to go into it? So that you will not go into it and at the end you now regret, or you said, it did not meet up with your objective or with your projection. Why? Because you did not consider these attributes I want to talk about in this video. 6 attributes about land banking that no one has ever told you. Let's go into it. Number 1 is it cannot be easily liquidated. You first need to understand this. That when we talk about land banking, it is not something you buy today, you sell tomorrow. It is not easily liquidated. So if you are looking for a cash or cash equivalent type of investment, land banking is not for you. Maybe you want to sell it off in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years. It is not for you. Because land banking means buying an undeveloped location with growth potential in order to resell later in the future or to develop later in the future. So it is not something that you need money. You now say, okay, could you help me to sell that land? It is not something you can easily liquidate. Liquidate means you can easily turn it to cash. So you need to understand that aspect. So it is something that when you are investing in land banking, be futuristic in view. Have a long-term mindset, a long-term view. 10, 15, 20, 25 years. If you want something that is short-term, go for land flipping or go for any other form of investments. Definitely not land banking. That is number 1. It cannot be easily liquidated. It cannot be easily. It is possible, but major part of land banking location that is used for land banking is not something you can easily liquidate. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to know that your objective for land banking should be for long term. Don't think of short term. If you are thinking, for instance, I took a client to a place and it was like, what I'm looking at is 5 years. I said, this location is not for you. This is not for you if you are looking for an investment. Even when we got to another location, it was like, will you be able to meet up with the objective? I said, with the maturity of this location, that 5 years is not something, this location will not still meet up with that target, with that projection of yours. Because this location, the minimum years for the maturity of this location should be like 8 to 10 years. So not 5 years. So if you are looking for 5 years, you are looking for something that you can easily turn over, then these locations are not for you. They are majorly for land banking. So you need to understand this before you throw your money, before you put your money into land banking. It is majorly for long term. When it is short term, it is called land flipping. That's number 2. Because many people hear about land banking, and you think it's more or less like putting your money in the bank. It's different. You can get to the bank tomorrow and say you need your money. You can get to the bank next month and say you need your money, but definitely not in land. If it is in land, that will be land flipping. That's why you need to get your strategy right. So understand that. Number 3, majorly undeveloped location. Undeveloped. So when they take you there, know that it's going to be a bit far from the city. It's going to be bush. You are not going to see houses around, except maybe the villages. So you need to know that every city today was once a bush. And every bush you see today will be a city tomorrow. So it's going to be undeveloped. So stop all this, but I can't see houses around. Maybe you are seeing the video and you are saying, I can't see houses around. You will not see houses around. Because majorly it is still bush. It is majorly undeveloped when it comes to land banking. So that is number 3. What is number 4? You want to go into land banking and you are looking for C of O land, a land that has certificate of occupancy. It is scarce. Not that you will not find, but it is scarce, because most land that are being sold for land banking, they are virgin land. You are buying from the primary markets. You are buying from the ancestral owners, or maybe a real estate company that bought from the ancestral owners. And it depends. When you want to minimize your risk, you buy from a real estate company. Why? Because they would have taken up that risk on your behalf. Because many people can't deal with Omonile. The issues that come with Omonile, they would have minimized that risk. That's why it's advisable that you buy from a real estate company. So you need to understand that. So scarcity of O land. When you want to go into land banking, those are looking for land with C of O. You can find, but it will be scarce. It will be scarce. So what you can do is buy the land, and you can now start the journey to perfecting your own documents to C of O level. That's number 4. Number 5, cannot be retailed in short term. What do I mean retail? When we talk about land retail, it means you buy an expanse of land, then you divide it into plots, and you begin to sell. That is what is called land retailing. That's what real estate company, that's what they do. But however, you should know that when you are doing land banking, it is not for short term. You cannot retail it in short term and say, okay, I'm buying 20 acres, help me to divide it into plots. Most people that want to buy plots of land, they want to build. They want to buy and build. So that's why you leave it there. You can only retail it on a long term, not on a short run. You need to understand that. So even if your plan is land retailing, to turn that land banking into land retailing, it cannot be retailed in short term. Know this and know peace, so that you will know what you are venturing into when you are going into land banking. When you are going into land banking, don't just say you have had so many lectures on land banking, now you want to go into land banking. It is good that you know these 6 attributes about land banking. So it is important to know these 6 attributes about land banking before you invest in land banking. So what is the last one? There is risk associated with land banking. So don't think it is safe. It is risk-free investments. There's nothing called risk-free investments in real estate. Don't let anybody cajole you. Don't let anybody tell you that lie. There's risk in every investment. There's systematic and there's unsystematic risk. You can only reduce the risk if it is unsystematic. You can only mitigate it. There are systematic risks that cannot be mitigated, that cannot be wished away. There's nothing you can do to it. They are inherent in the markets. So there are risks that is associated with land banking. And in the next video, I will be talking about the risk that is associated with land banking. So if this video has helped you, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you are yet to subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release a new video. On this channel, we talk about real estate, finance, business, and personal development. Till we meet in our next video, stay blessed.